welcome to this new video tutorial of multi-vendor marketplace vendor category for the Magento 2 platform. And in today's video tutorial, we'll be showing you the workflow at the seller's end and then the admins, and we'll be showing you how the admin can initially configure the multi-vendor marketplace seller category for the Magento 2 itself. And apart from that, let me give a small gist before we go to the storefront to show you the workflow of the same. So basically, this plugin extends the functionality of the default Magento, and it allows the layered navigation of the seller collection page that basically shows the seller categories exclusively, and the admin can create the categories which can then be assigned to the sellers as required, and the vendors on the other hand can even create categories for themselves, and they'll also be able to manage the categories that have been already created by the admin and the other sellers. So this particular functionality allows the creation of much price categories which will be as per the sellers, and the customers can now filter the products as specified by the marketplace sellers. So basically now as we know that this particular plugin, the layered navigation of the seller collection page would be shown, and that would be comprising of the sellers categories exclusively. So let's jump to the storefront and let's see the vendor end workflow first. So right now I'm at the sellers collection page, as you can see, and here we have the seller collection on the right hand side, and on the left under the layered navigation options, here you can see that we also have another seller category, that's the Webkul seller category. So if I just tap that up, we'll be able to see that this particular vendor is having three different categories that are basically exclusive to this particular seller only. And from here as well, the customers can check any of these respective exclusive seller categories and can access the products that are there within that particular category that the vendor for the Magento 2 multi-vendor marketplace has set up. And after opening the page there using the seller category, here you can see that we have one product for that particular seller collection. So this one product comes under the seller's exclusive category that the seller has created from his own end, and so this is how the customers can view the particular seller's collection and can check the seller categories as well for the marketplace sellers, and can check the products that are there within that particular sellers category. So so this was the customer view that we just talked about. Let me clear this up. The layered navigation that brings up the filter for the products, and again now we are on the seller's profile or the collection page, as you can see, and on the left hand side for this respective seller, the customers can see the exclusive categories that belong to this particular seller only. Now let's go ahead and let's see how this plugin works at the seller's end. So for that, I'll just tap here on the sign in link, and then I'll be entering my username password. So I also log into my seller account within the Magento 2 multi-vendor marketplace by Webkul. So I'm on the customer login page right now, and I'll be entering my vendor credentials and tapping on the login button to access my marketplace vendor dashboard itself. So I've logged into my vendor account, and now let me navigate to my account section to access the marketplace block. So on the left hand side you can see I have this particular dashboard right now, and under the marketplace dashboard here for the respective vendor, we can see that we have this option, that's the manage categories. Now let me open that up. So after this functionality has been incorporated within your Magento 2 multi-vendor marketplace by the admin, then the manage categories section would be available to the marketplace vendors. So let's go to the section that's the manage categories, and under this section the marketplace vendor would be able to manage the categories. He can add new categories by tapping on the new category button. Apart from that, he can see the complete list of categories that he has already created. He can also check the position, the status, and can edit any of the categories already added. And apart from that, the seller can delete, enable or disable any of the categories there by selecting the categories, and from the actions drop down choosing the delete, disable or enable option for the respective ones. So you can do it in bulk by selecting all, or you can also make changes to the individual categories by deleting and disabling or enabling them by first choosing that particular category. So if you are if you remember, we saw these jewelry, t-shirts and jackets on the seller's collection page on the left hand side under the layered navigation option, wherein these three were displayed that were exclusive to that particular vendor. Now to add a new category, the vendor just taps here on the new category button, and in the meantime I'll just show you once again. So here you can see that on the seller collection, we had under the layered, we had the seller category, and we had three different categories for this particular vendor that he has added. That's the jewelry, t-shirts and jackets, and the number of products is 1, 4 and 2. Now let's enter the details for the new category. Here we'll set up the category name as for example shoes. We can set the position, like if I choose it as 1, then that would be at the top here, just above the jewelry. The status, we'll set it as enabled, and from here the vendor would be able to assign his products to the respective category that he's going to create. So let me set it as a coat, and we'll just choose this one, and alright, so we'll just add two products that are the blue coat and the gray coat for the new category. That's the coat. Let's tap here on the save category button. You can see that the category has been saved successfully, and the products which are within this particular category, they are already checked, as you can see. Now let me go back to the respective section. That's the manage categories on the side and panel. Here we have the manage categories under the marketplace block. Now we'll be able to see that category that we've just created. Okay, and with the alright, manage categories, let me tap that up, and here's the category that I've just added. That was for the coat, and the position is 1, and the status is enabled. We can also edit it by tapping here on the edit link. Now let's go to the front end, and let's see whether this particular category gets displayed on the seller's collection page or not. So let me refresh this particular seller collection page once. So we had given the priority to the jewelry. It was set as 1 at the position 1. So let's see what happens. And in the meantime, you can see that we are on the edit category page right now. So let's set the position as 0, and here are the 2 products within that. Let me save the category, and now let's jump to the seller's collection page once again. And if I tap here, now you can see that the category coat is visible, and it has 2 products, and we can check those 2 products as well. So these categories are exclusive to this particular window for the Magento 2 marketplace by Webkul. So as we have set the position as 0, so that's why it's showing the particular category at the very top here at the top. So I think it is now clear to you that how the sellers can create the categories and can add the products, and how then the categories get displayed at the seller's profile or the seller's collection page under the layered navigation. And now this was how we can add the categories by going to the section that's the manage categories. Now apart from that, the seller can also assign a category to the products by going to the product edit page. So if I navigate here to my product list, or if I create a new product as well, so let me open these 2 windows in other tabs, and first let's go to the my product list. Alright, so here we have the my product list for the respective vendor. So for example, if I tap here on the actions on the edit button under the actions column, that will bring up the products edit product page. So here we are on the marketplace edit product page, as you can see, and here you can see the select collection page categories are being displayed. That is the coat, jewelry, t-shirts and the jackets, and these are exclusive for this seller only, and these get displayed on the seller's collection page. These the product categories are the default ones that the admin has created from the backend. And for this particular plugin, this particular product, that's the mug. Now we can assign the category. For example, if I choose coat and I tap here on the save button, and then let's go to the coat category at the storefront on the seller's collection page. So the product has been successfully assigned with the coat collection with the coat category itself. And at the seller's collection page, let me refresh this page once, and then we'll be able to see that the mug would be under the coat category. And you can see now the coat has 3 products. Let me tap this particular category, and that would display the product. So here is the mug. That's the mug custom that we just assigned to the category. That's the coat category for the vendor itself. So that's how we can assign the categories by going to the edit product page. And the same goes for the new products as well. Choose the attribute sets, the product type, tap on the continue button, and we already have seen that how we can create the categories under the vendor account panel and how we can assign the products to them. Apart from that, we can go to the edit product page and edit the add the respective product to any of the categories for the existing product and for the new products as well. So on the new product page, as you can see here, we can choose our respective categories, and then we can save that particular product very easily within the category, and then it gets displayed at the vendor's collection page at the storefront under the exclusive seller categories that get displayed to the customers under the layered navigation there. Now let's go to the admin backend panel and let's see what different initial configuration settings are there for this particular plugin. So I'll be logging into my admin panel by entering my username and password for my Magento 2 multi-vendor marketplace by Webkul. So till now we were discussing how the configuration setting, that is the allow seller to manage category, is yes, and if that particular option, so if that option is disabled, then the functionality of the categories would not be available to the marketplace vendors, and then the vendors would only be able to view the categories that have been created by the admin for the seller, and then they can assign their production to those admin categories themselves. And rest we've already shown you how we can assign the categories by navigating to our products and editing the products or while creating a new product. So also kindly note that this functionality will be avoiding the bulk product assignment to the categories by the vendors. So now let me take you to the admin backend panel, and after we've logged into our admin backend panel, we will be navigating through the section that is stores, then configuration, and on the configuration page under the Webkul block we have the option that is marketplace seller category. So we'll just tap that up, and that brings up the initial configuration settings for the plugin itself. So if we disable the option to allow the sellers to have their functionality to add their own categories, then only the product categories, the default categories, would be available to the marketplace vendors under their account panel when they are creating or editing their products. And otherwise, if the option is enabled from the admin backend panel, then the vendors would be able to see their collection page categories. As you can see here, they can create their categories by going to the manage categories and can assign their products to their respective categories as required. So under the configuration here, you can allow the sellers to create their categories by choosing a yes, otherwise no to disable the same. If you choose it as a no, then the seller categories won't be available for creation, and if you choose it as a yes, then the sellers would be able to to manage the categories, and then you need to choose the allow seller to manage category as yes here, and you can also choose the display name for the filter in the layered navigation. So we had set it as Webkul seller category, so you can set the display name for the filter in the layered navigation as per your own requirement there, and you need to just make it as yes, and you can have to set the filter in the layered navigation. Thereafter, just tap here on the save configuration button, and we are done configuring the initial configuration settings for the Magento 2 multi-vendor marketplace seller category plugin by Webkul. And if you have any questions, queries, or suggestions or requirements, then you can always reach out to us at support@webkul.com, or you may raise a ticket at webkul@qvides.com. Thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead.